Welcome back to CarBeats, the channel where we take you on a journey through the most iconic, luxurious, and powerful vehicles ever made. Today, we're going back in time, way back to 1979, to talk about a legend that helped define the luxury SUV segment before it even had a name. Yes, I'm talking about the classic 1979 Range Rover. A vehicle that didn't just transport people, it transported an entire generation into a new era of off-road excellence and British sophistication. When the Range Rover first appeared in the early 1970s, it was unlike anything the world had ever seen. And by 1979, the model had evolved into a symbol of rugged refinement. This was a car that could tackle muddy trails and rocky hills just as effortlessly as it could cruise down a London boulevard or pull up outside a country estate. It had class, capability, and character all wrapped in that unmistakable boxy design that still turns heads today. Let's start with the design. The 1979 Range Rover had that timeless two-door layout, long before four-door luxury SUVs became the norm. Its clean lines, simple yet elegant proportions, and signature clamshell bonnet gave it a look that was both tough and elegant. The aluminum body panels helped keep weight down, while the iconic floating roofline and split tailgate made it instantly recognizable. It wasn't about flash or flare, it was about function and form in perfect harmony. Underneath that classic body was a serious piece of engineering. The '79 Range Rover was powered by the legendary 3.5-liter aluminum V8 engine, borrowed from the Rover P5. This engine delivered around 135 horsepower, nothing extreme by modern standards. But back then, it was more than enough to handle the toughest terrains. Combined with a permanent four-wheel drive system and a robust manual gearbox, the Range Rover had a go-anywhere attitude that few vehicles could match. Whether it was mud, snow, sand, or gravel, this beast never backed down. But what made the 1979 Range Rover truly revolutionary was its suspension system. It featured coil springs instead of leaf springs, a setup that delivered an incredibly smooth ride both on and off the road. This was one of the first vehicles to combine true off-road ability with genuine comfort. You could climb a mountain in the morning and arrive at a high-end dinner in the evening without missing a beat. It was practical, versatile, and sophisticated, a combination that would later inspire the entire luxury SUV segment. Step inside the cabin, and you'll see why the 1979 model was such a game-changer. The interior design was a blend of simplicity and elegance, built with durable materials that could withstand rugged use, yet refined enough to make every drive feel special. The dash layout was clean and purposeful, with large analog gauges, functional switches, and plenty of visibility through those large windows. It was designed to be both a workhorse and a gentleman's carriage. The seats were comfortable and supportive, perfect for long journeys across the countryside or through the city. What's truly fascinating about the 1979 Range Rover is how it managed to bridge two worlds. It wasn't just an off-roader like the Land Rover series vehicles, nor was it a pure luxury car like a Bentley. It was both. It offered the freedom to explore anywhere with the comfort of a first-class cabin. And that dual identity made it irresistible to everyone, from farmers and adventurers to aristocrats and celebrities. The Range Rover didn't just fit into a lifestyle, it defined one. Over the years, the 1979 model has become one of the most collectible classic SUVs. Restored examples today are commanding impressive prices at auctions, and it's easy to see why. There's a certain authenticity to this Range Rover that modern cars can't replicate. It's mechanical, tactile, and raw, yet it carries a sense of dignity and elegance that's uniquely British. Every knob, switch, and sound tells a story of a time when vehicles were built with heart and craftsmanship, not just computers and algorithms. Driving a 1979 Range Rover today is like stepping into a time capsule. You feel connected to the road, to the engine, and to the experience. The steering is heavy but precise. The V8 engine hums with a deep, satisfying tone, and the ride quality feels surprisingly plush. It's a car that makes you slow down, enjoy the journey, and appreciate the mechanical beauty of driving. In an age where modern SUVs are filled with screens, sensors, and driver aids, the 1979 Range Rover reminds us of a simpler, more authentic era. It was a vehicle that didn't rely on technology, it relied on engineering excellence. And that's what made it special. It set the standard for what an SUV could be. Not just a utility vehicle, but a symbol of style, power, and freedom. The influence of the 1979 Range Rover can still be felt in today's lineup. Every modern Range Rover, whether it's the Sport, Velar, or flagship Range Rover, owes its DNA to this classic model. The philosophy of combining off-road capability with unmatched luxury started right here. Without it, the entire segment of luxury SUVs might never have existed. So when you look at a 1979 Range Rover, you're not just seeing an old SUV, you're seeing a piece of history, a vehicle that changed the automotive landscape forever. It represented innovation, adventure, and elegance all at once. And even more impressively, it still looks stunning today. Its timeless design has aged like fine wine, proving that true icons never fade, they just become more legendary with time. For enthusiasts, collectors, and adventurers alike, the 1979 Range Rover remains a dream machine. Whether you find one perfectly restored or still showing its original patina, it's a vehicle that commands respect and admiration. It's a reminder of when driving meant something more, when cars had soul, and when every journey was an adventure. So, if you ever get the chance to sit behind the wheel of a 1979 Range Rover, take it. Feel the rumble of that V8, the smoothness of the suspension, and the charm of that iconic view over the hood. It's not just a drive, it's an experience, one that connects you with decades of history and the spirit of exploration. And that's why, even after all these years, the 1979 Range Rover still stands tall as one of the greatest and most influential vehicles ever built. It's not just a classic, it's a legend that defined an era and continues to inspire generations of car lovers around the world. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, make sure to like the video, subscribe to CarBeats, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future deep dives into legendary vehicles. Until next time, keep driving with passion. And remember, legends never die, they just evolve.